everybody? Joseph Rothschild here, aka... And we are back with another Twitter thread. Expanding on my short from earlier this week, I am here to blow the lid off these chrono cucks. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is in a period of rebuilding. Some would say retreading the same ground. A time quake has occurred, and we are living through a history we have already experienced. Today, I am asking you what you would say to foil any time travelers hoping to use your context clues as a mechanism to determine where Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. And I'll begin with mine. Just like in 2013, we're now in a period in which Mermail is fighting for dominance against a really powerful fire deck. The first time, it was Mermail and Fire Fist in the Fire Water format, and now it's a lot of the same cards in Mermail and Snake Eyes. So let's see what you all came up with. But first, this video is sponsored by voting. Like the concept of voting, it's not sponsored. In case you're unfamiliar or un-American, this Tuesday is the American presidential election. And while I'd never want to get political, my wife's a poll worker and she told me she'd stop being in the TMT intros if I didn't use this platform to do a little get out the vote. So folks, you should vote. Even if you're disillusioned with your options, local races and ballot measures will have a direct impact on how you live your life. Head on over to vote.org to find your polling place, make a plan to vote, and even register. In fact, many jurisdictions allow for same-day registration if you're a particularly lazy SOB. While it's forbidden by federal law to offer financial incentives for voting, unless you're Elon for some reason, I can still offer you something worth absolutely nothing whatsoever. So next week, if your response to the Twitter thread contains an I voted sticker and a timestamp, I promise to read it. No skips for those who perform their civic duty. If you're non-American, tough shit, brother. Now back to the video. A very powerful upcoming deck is dominating the OCG using an engine from the latest legendary Duelist set, getting imported in a TCG reprint set, while a lot of TCG players seem convinced it's a different archetype in the same set that'll be way better. Wow, that's crazy. I still remain completely safe in my prediction that this deck will not be fantastic. Will I be like the tier limit doubters of 2022? Time will tell. I'm starting to think Konami has a secret stash of Blue Eyes support cards ready to launch it into tier 1 status at any moment. They release these cards when there are real signs of players leaving the game or beginning to die out. In case of emergency, Saga of Blue Eyes. Here it's White Destiny, but they're not as good. Every deck saying stop me if you've seen this combo before. Oh no! Wait! This one is literally 1-to-1. Holy shit, it's exactly the same. Oh no. It's like almost all extra deck stuff with like one main deck inclusion. You just make it off of a link to that every deck can theoretically make to access the entire combo. It ends on a negate. Oh, it's actually just Martial Metal Marcher. It never ended.
We'll activate Halqifibrax's effect to summon a Plague Spreader Zombie, and time for a combo you should all know by heart. We'll go from Link Cross into 2 tokens to our side of the field, which we'll use to synchro summon a Martial Metal Marcher.
The year is 2014. A plant combo deck is extremely powerful yet underexplored by most of the community. The year is 2024. A plant combo deck is extremely powerful yet underexplored by most of the community. Was Patrick Hoban secretly British? A new set just released a game-warping hand trap meant to strongly disincentivize mass special summons by giving the player using it several draws in compensation. Six Samurai also just got a new wave of support featuring a synchro version of Shien. Unlike last time, I think it's not going to make much of a splash. People online are arguing whether this soon-to-be-released resourceful low-to-the-ground rank 4 strategy that passes on a single Xyz with an effect to destroy a card will achieve tier 0 meta dominance. Okay, but here's the thing. Trident is so much better than Dead Namer. They're whining about it in the comments, but people are talking about how if you go back and revisit 2017 historically, then like Zodiac actually isn't very good at all. There's just no way that's true, right? That's just like not remotely true. Dragons that plus when sent to the graveyard, a weird surfeit of level 1 fires, and a quick play that draws? Suspicious. Listen, I like Rejuve Dragon Ruler mirrors, but Rejuve is so fucking annoying. If you could just take this card out of the mirror, an entire era of the game warping around the protagonist. Dia Bellstar is a little less ubiquitous than Firewall, but I get your point. You know, the modern Tenpai combo feels kind of familiar. Dang it! With new Orca support, we're a couple of Thunder Dragon cards away from Toss coming full circle, and let's hope we never get them. A $120 card comes out of a set with an abbreviation starting with ROT and price walls double-digit percentages of the player base out of the game at a time when numbers for in-person tournament play are lower than they've been in years. Okay, in one of those cases, there was something else going on. It's 2011. Hero is playing normal monsters. It's 2024. Hero is playing normal monsters. I'm saying $100 extra deck staple. Check. Secret rare goth girl splashed in most lists. Check. Pushed resource card design to make uninteractive game states. Check. I don't want to go back. What's the $100 extra deck staple, by the way? SP Little Knight? Do they know? That cards can't have that price point forever. I'm sure someday in the far-flung future we might see a reprint of this card. 14 years later, could you imagine facing down two expensive-ass staples? One draws you cards, and the other is just warning. It really is. It feels almost exactly the same. It feels almost exactly the same. Yugioh's was a menace during Spellbook Dragon Ruler format and is a looming threat with Abao Aku on the horizon. Oh god, I didn't even think about that. Fuck off. Don't forget the rank 4 machine strategy that extends into the sun and has a boss monster and a trap card, which are way above the curve relative to the time period. Oh, they've replied to this one as well. Oh ho ho ho! They're not machines? Wait, are these not machines? Wow, what the fuck? They're pyros? Fuck you? These are machines! What? These are clearly machines! This is a fucking transformer! Oh my god. These are all just the same deck, if you think about it. I try not to. Oh boy, a new trap deck. This one will be the one that fixes them and prevents it from turning into a stun or a combo enabler. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Lightsworn is in a solid spot, but nobody can or wants to play it. Just like last time, I don't think it's actually in a very good spot. I think people are coping. This is probably the right one. Everyone's saying it's the end of Yu-Gi-Oh! And I won't stop. A Fiend deck might be the actual best deck in the format. No, I don't think so. I'm saying, if you have 2 free bodies left over after your opponent has expended 2 to 4 hand traps, congrats, you win the game! Someone in the response says, direYGO Rabbit is nothing compared to an Auroradon combo. That's true. direYGO Rabbit's actually good. What the fuck are you talking about? Auroradon combo ends on, like, maybe 2 negates, but this one ends on direYGO, which is already 2 negates, and Prom Princess, and Rabbit, right? But if you close your eyes, oh, I don't like people saying, like, 2023 ones, because 2023 just happened. Open your eyes, people. Everything we have experienced, we will experience again. There remains only one constant. Guys, Yu-Gi-Oh's gonna die if they don't do exactly what I think they should. It's crazy how similar this format is to 2011, when Shaddoll Construct was reprinted alongside Dante. Yubel is basically Cleafort, and Fire Fist is fighting for their lives against Labyrinth. Graphic designer job application, NFT hire scam Venezuela. Maybe he needs to be back on Konami's payroll.